Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we would be implementing our auto snake function so that our snake can auto move by itself, and also we would be implementing the bounce function so that our snake cannot go less than 0 snake position and less than 1 and more than 400. So let's work on this now. Okay, so let's implement our function auto move by itself, auto move snake, and this function is gonna have a switch statement, and it's gonna take in a e, and it's gonna have e dot key. If the e dot key, wait a minute, it's not e dot key, it's actually just, let's say just e here. Okay, and we're gonna have some cases in it. If the case is up, then we're gonna say move up. We haven't implemented the functions, but we're gonna implement them shortly. So let's just copy these. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Let's say down, and this is going to be the direction so that it remembers which direction it has last moved. So it will keep on moving to that direction unless we specify otherwise, right? Okay, so let's say down this time, and here we're going to say left and right. Okay, so let's just implement those functions also. We are also going to implement the bounce function, but let's just implement these ones. Function move up, is gonna, let's just implement the bounce function. So we're gonna say function bounce is gonna take in an argument as e, and if the value of e is greater than 400, or if the value of e is less than 1, because the first id of the div is 1, it's not actually 0, so we're gonna say 1, then return true, the snake is out of bounds. Otherwise we're gonna return false. Okay, so now let's implement the move up function. So move up function is gonna also check for a value. Okay, so it's gonna say if bounce function with e, so e can be the current position of the snake. If it's less, we are moving up, right? So if e minus 20 returns bound function as true, that means it's out of bounds, so we don't want to do anything with the snake position. But otherwise we're gonna, if it's in the bounds, we can make the move. So we're gonna say minus equals 20, so it's gonna move up. So you can see similarly we can have more functions for left and right. So let's say down, left and right. So let's create the down function, down, left and right. Okay, so for the bottom we're gonna have plus, and we're gonna say plus 20. For left we're gonna say minus equals 1. Check here for 1. And for the right it's gonna say plus 1, plus equals 1. Okay, so we have implemented these functions. Now what do we need? Let's implement our the set interval, which is going to be the infinite loop for this game. Okay, so let's implement that. We're going to say function, have we implemented the auto move function yet? No, we have implemented it. So let's gonna say const my interval is going to be equal to a set interval, which is gonna take in an anonymous function, and it will do something, and it will be called every 1000 milliseconds. So we're gonna console log say working, and let's see if it's working or not. Awesome. So we can add our automove function in here. So let's say automove snake. It's gonna pass through with a direction. Okay, so automove snake is gonna pass with a direction, and let's also create our direction variable so that we can store the last direction, and it's gonna be null at first. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing in this? We're gonna calling the automove function of the direction, and the automove function takes in e so that it knows like which function to call. As you can see, if it's up, it's gonna move up. For down, it's gonna move down, and for left, okay. So let's just replace our hard-coded values with the functions that we defined earlier. So we're gonna say for if the case is arrow up in the event handler, we're gonna say move up, and for down we're gonna say move down, and for left, and similarly for right. Okay, so we have done this. So we're checking the bounds. Okay, we're calling the move up function, but it takes in a value, and that value has to be something, right? So we're gonna say, we're gonna pass in the value in here. So let's say event handler, we're gonna pass in an e, but this is gonna be, let's just pass in the snake position, the current snake position, so that it knows what's the current value of snake it is. Okay, so far so good. Okay, the move function is going to be called in. Okay, that's nice. And in this we have to call this function, so we have to pass in the value as well. I think we can just say, instead of this, we can say, okay, say snake position. So let's just say snake position. Snake position, copy this, paste it here, and here, and here, and we can remove that from the above. We don't need these now. Let's just delete these. Okay, so let's just test it out if it's working or not. Let's see. Yep, it's working clearly. So if we implement a function and we call in the automove function, then it will definitely work as well. So let's try that. Okay, so in the set and double, we're moving our function automove snake. It's gonna take in a direction. So the direction is null at first, but we are not setting the direction in here. So let's set our directions also. So let's say when it's move up, let's say direction is going to be up. Let's just copy this and just paste it here, and here, and here. We're gonna say for right, it's gonna be right. For up, for left, it's gonna be left, and for down, it's gonna be down. So let's see now if it's, let's just test it out. Okay, so we're not, yeah, I know why this is happening, because we're not drawing the snake each time we do this. So we have to also draw the snake. So let's just draw our snake in here, but also in the set interval as well, so that we just, okay, automove snake direction.